John Kincade Show on 97.5, The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You waited, and I will say this, one thing just to take you behind the curtain. I believe Pat Egan was the happiest I've ever seen him at 5:16 in the morning.
We're back, boys. We're back.
Because Pat's going to walk in at 5:16 because you ask him to be there at 5:15, so he's purposely going to walk in at 5:16. He will literally wait in the hallway just to say, I'm going to be there at 5:16. And he was as happy as I've ever seen him at this hour of the morning. Pat, where were you 11 years ago when the Phillies last made the postseason? Take me back to 2011, Pat Egan.
Yeah, that was. Who
were you?
That was a different kid.
Who
John.
were you? Where were you? Like, give me an idea.
I was in Havertown, PA.
You know they have a back parking lot at the Minot Shopping Center?
I had just left there.
Did you get asked to leave, or did you leave the shop right?
Mutual decision.
Were you the Swiss cheese pervert?
I'm no personal questions, but I had a life before you knew me.
Thought so.
And I'd watched the team clinch that game.
Were you still a high school student?
No, I was in college.
You were out, okay.
I was getting ready to graduate.
Because you're like 22, right?
I was 22.
Okay.
I was handing out about 30 pairs of FanFest tickets that day to random people. And
I know the feeling.
And then after that, I went home, watched Doc shut Houston down, and it was like a formality at that point. You were like, well, I'm used to this. It's not winning the division or getting the postseason. It's just a matter of getting to the World Series and winning it. And that was the best team I had ever seen. And then a week later, I was distraught.
Jamie, 11 years ago, where were you 2011? You were at another radio station, correct?
Yeah, I was. Not yet married. I think I just moved to South Philadelphia for the first time. I was working NBC Sunday Night Football, bartending, working 2 radio jobs. I was juggling a lot in life.
I bet you were.
It feels like 20 years ago, honestly.
It really does to you?
It feels like a long-ass time. Yeah.
It doesn't feel as long to me. I don't know why. It doesn't feel as long. Don't have that same feeling.
Yeah, I just moved out of Roxborough, which feels like an eternity ago to me. So, yeah, it feels really good.
2011, Bob Cooney at the Daily News.
Yeah.
Daily News Live.
Yeah, that was still going on. But actually, for the baseball season, when the Phillies got to the playoffs in 11, they sent me out to Arizona to cover the Diamondbacks Brewer series.
And you're going to be in Arizona watching the Phillies back in the postseason?
Yeah, because the winner of that series is going to face the winner of the Phillies, what you thought was going to win, St. Louis series. And the Phillies wound up not beating St. Louis. So I went out there I got a lot of good stories and threw them in there, but it was for nothing.
Look at the symmetry of this, though, because you're going to be in Arizona to watch the Phillies in the postseason.
Yeah.
Again, you'll watch them 11 years later. Connor Thomas.
Hey, guys.
Great job on social media last night, Connor.
I had some champagne.
11 years ago, you were where?
I was turning 17, and I was in high school. I couldn't drive yet. I'd never had a legal drink before. I'd never had a serious girlfriend before. I was a young high school student at Rancocas Valley Regional High School. I was still playing high school baseball. I hadn't picked a college to go to yet.
Really?
I don't know that I had taken the SAT for the last time.
You hadn't decided to go D3 yet.
No, I hadn't.
You were still lamenting the choice. It was either sign with the Red Sox.
This isn't about me. This is about the Phillies, John.
Or
and
go
they did it.
There you go. Heavy Chevy. 11 years ago, where were you?
God, I think I was
He's going to say like 7th grade or something.
I was
I'm
going to
gonna
make me puke.
Head to the roof.
What was your high school year?
I graduated 2015.
Oh, my gosh. You were an 8th grader.
I was going through puberty last time they...
No, you were a 7th grader.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It's ridiculous. I was going through puberty.
You were what?
I was a
you
young
were
lad.
still like 6'1", though, right? I mean, at that time, you...
Yeah, I was still pretty tall.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's insane. I can't even wrap my head around it. How young I was the last time they were in the playoffs. It's nuts.
Coach, 2011?
Yeah, the funny thing is I was here.
You were... Coach was the only one here.
Yeah. No, so Coach says that, and I go, oh, my God, I was here, too. Like, I wasn't...
Pat, you were here.
I wasn't, like, here watching the game, but I was in my 2nd semester of my internship here.
He had already hired you.
He had hired me to be an intern.
To be an intern.
Yeah. What an idiot.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go
what
back
a
a little.
moron.
So, Coach, you were making really bad decisions
Yeah.
back then in your life. I mean, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm happy for everybody. It is awesome. I remember the last time they clinched, watching it in Atlanta. And I can tell you, I always would watch and be like, oh, geez. because I would get harassed by the fan base down there and be like, yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to keep up because it had been such a great Phillies run. And to hope that this is something. Pat, you've said it before about 2007, whether you think this is 2007. Bob, I don't think you believe that this really resembles 2007, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it doesn't
I see
feel
the
that way,
similarities,
but
yeah.
some ways it doesn't feel like it. All I know is this. Friday and Saturday, you have plans. You got plans. And it is going to be, I said it yesterday, it's going to be the best week ever in the history of the John Kincade Show because we've got Phillies postseason baseball and we have our road trip to Arizona with the Birds. It's going to be freaking awesome. Hope you stick around the station all day long and you enjoy it. In the Morning Mindbender, in a recent study by Oxford University, 25,000 college students across the country were asked, what's one thing you wish you had more of? What were the top 3 answers?
Money.
Sex?
Friends?
Oh, that's not bad, Jane.
Yeah, Pat, we have money, sex, friends on the board. What are you putting on the board?
Remember, it's college students.
Yeah, college
Yes.
students, which is important. Alcohol.
Okay, money, sex, friends, alcohol's on the board,
An
Coach.
undefeated NFL team and a playoff baseball team. Let's go, boys. We're back.
This is the happiest Egan's ever been. This needs to be a trend. Coach, where are we going? What are the answers?
Number 3 was money.
Okay.
Number 2 was free time.
Really?
College
In
kids need
college?
free time. Shut up. You don't even know what free time is.
Number 1, fame.
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 Think about it. The TikTok era.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. They all want it. They all want it.
Oh,
my
Did you see
gosh.
some YouTuber with 30 million subscribers revealed his face for the first time the other night? He wears like a happy face mask, and he went from like 1,800 subscribers to 30 million in the span of a year because he does Minecraft,
Okay.
and he did his big reveal.
But what is his face? Like, why was he hiding his face?
That was his shtick. He hid behind like a giant like smiley face emoji kind of mask.
Okay, so
he
who
did
is he?
I don't know. Some guy with 30. He makes a ton of money.
His name is
playing
Rey
Minecraft.
Mysterio Jr.
Wow, that's
And he did a
amazing.
facial reveal.
He could have another career, that Ray.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
If he could work on
Small
that.
guy, though.
He's getting roasted online for the way he looks.
Really looks
He looks like a
awful.
normal dude. No,
He just
fine.
looks like a normal dude.
But it's the internet.
What's wrong with looking like a normal dude?
Now he's back to being like, I probably just shit. This is exactly why I put the mask on in the first place.
By the way, I know he's taken, but I had a female yesterday who was checking in on Ray Dunn
No.
after our Ray Dunn segment yesterday.
Right.
And I said, he's taken.
Ray posted a picture of the last
And
time the Phillies
he's outpunted his coverage.
made the playoffs, and he was like
He was a
same
middle
as
schooler,
a heavy
like Chevy.
yeah.
Yes. Hey, Bradford White Water Heaters are here for the Pro. We appreciate you, Bradford White. The Phillies clinch. They now we focus on the San Diego magic number. San Diego's magic number is 2. Should San Diego knock off 2, they have 2 games left. They win both, they play the Mets. That's if the Mets don't win the division. I don't think they are. Braves' magic number is 1. So Gabe Kapler did us no favors last night. He wasn't able to do a Harry Hard-on routine and get his Giants to play hard enough to win the game. We'll see if they can help.
A very valiant effort.
Question is now, first of all, just one thing. Aaron Nola, you were freaking spectacular. You were amazing last night. That was as good a performance in a clutch situation as any Phillies pitcher will dial up for you, and that includes in the history of the franchise, we've seen some great ones. Aaron Nola is an absolute ace. I took you back to March, where he had one believer. He was there, and he made it. The ace of the staff.
He's only had one bad year.
Yeah, I think Zach
parents gave
Wheeler.
up on him.
Now, Zach Wheeler, though, really had a great year, too. But that was awesome last night, Aaron Nola. You were freaking amazing.
Yeah, and we talk about like the team making the playoffs. Okay, now you've learned that step, and we talk about progression of if you're going to build to be a champion or contend for championships for years, you have to build. You have to get building blocks, and his was that he had to get over this September thing, and he did. He pitched well. Now the biggest game, he pitched fantastic.
Oh my
so
gosh.
he's learned how to do it. He's got it in his head how to get through a September, how to win a huge game.
It was October.
No, I know, but he
he still got through
thing
the
was he got
September
through
thing,
September, and
I'm
then he had a
kidding.
big game.
Kidding. That still counts as September Nola.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
the regular season in October. It was
How
a
about
joke,
this?
by the way.
How about post-Labor Day? post Labor Day Nola was freaking amazing.
Yeah, he was really good.
I mean, he did a great job.
Him and Bailey Falter and JT Realmuto might be your 3 MVPs.
He gave him a chance to win every single time they called on him. He had a couple outings that weren't as great as the others because he had some really spectacular outings. He gave them a chance to win every time out when they were coming down the stretch.
He did, and he was just unhittable last night. And that, for the first few innings, that's a very formidable, obviously, Houston lineup. But like there was one part where I thought he might be losing a little bit, and he struck out Altuve. And I was like, oh, he's really got it tonight. And I thought it was cool. Didn't really understand it at first. I'm texting with 2 old newspaper mates of mine, and they bring in Zach Eflin. And
you liked it, didn't you, though?
I think all 3 of us, Eddie Barkowitz and Pat McClune, I think all 3 of us were like, huh? And then the sentimentality did start to kick in a little bit. And look, he was juiced. He was ready to go. Nobody was getting a hit off of him in 3 batters last night. So I thought it was cool how they kind of tied that bow. That was pretty neat.
This is for another day, but do you have a $7 million closer for next year in Zach Eflin? You have the $7 million option on Zach Eflin. Could you see Zach Eflin being your $7 million closer?
He can't make it through a season starting, so I'm open to trying.
Are you open to trying it?
I wouldn't want to crown him the closer, but I'd be interested in a back end.
No, but
guy.
you've got him. You've got Sir Anthony that can do it. You've got that. Are you open to that, Pat? $7 million, Eflin as a closer? Because I am not into counting him as a starter.
No, I don't think you can count him as a starter. And you got Painter and Abel on the way, and McGarry. So yeah, his time as a starter on the team is probably gone. Reliever though, I mean, I'd be open to a reliever. Just penciling him in as a closer. No, I mean that was his first.
No. I'm more saying
but
you've got Sir Anthony too.
Yeah,
you've got the flexibility.
Pieces, but yeah, I would consider it if he's open to it. But my guess is he probably wants to be a starter in this league.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5, The Fanatic, Philadelphia.